What's going on, guys? This is a quick tutorial here following up on a question that RacerXCali asked, which was how to apply gates to a spline tool, to a spline, and have them follow the curve. So here I am in Map Editor. I'm going to select the spline tool, and I'm just going to put down a really simple kind of oval track here on. All right, that's what I got. Once you got your spline down, you can select any control point, and you're gonna come over here to the is layout option here and select that, and that's gonna allow any object that you now select to apply to the spline, as we'll see. I'm gonna come into race section here and select a gate. Put that down. Let's see. Okay, here. Okay. So we can see by default, I've got all the gates spread out. They're not following the line, but by default, they are going to try to evenly space along the spline. And I also have by default 10 different gates here. So I can click on this little, on the little icon here, click and drag, and that's going to increase, decrease the number of gates that I have on there. One thing I like to do is, instead of having it try to evenly spread across the line, I like to specify the distance. So if you come down here to the bottom right one, you can punch in a number. That's 10 meters. You can see now I've got 8 gates, 10 meters apart. And if I come down here to increase the number, I can increase the number. Or I can come down here and I can increase the distance along the line. So we got it going along, but it's not actually curving with the line. So what you got to do is you got to find this button. So there's about 4 lines down. This is the rotate section, and this last one here is the magic button. If we click on that, what that does is that makes each gate face the next gate. So we can see it might not be perfect. We might need to make a few adjustments here, but so far it looks pretty good. We could go in here and fiddle a little bit more. Maybe we don't want as many gates. Let's see. Let's if we put 9. There we go. Don't worry about this gate. This gate has nothing. It's got nothing going on. Okay. So that's pretty good, but it looks like just because of the line, we're going to have to make a few adjustments, but it's a really good start, and we can do that pretty quickly. While we're in here, let's just do one more kind of advanced technique, which is we can actually select multiple objects, multiple gates in here, and we can create a pattern. So I've selected 2. It's still only showing the red one, but this box right here allows us to specify a pattern. So if I select 1 and then 2, it's now created a rotating pattern, a looping pattern of the 1 and the 2. Don't know what that W is doing in there. I could then go 1 2 2 1. There we go. And you can see the unfortunate thing is I can't change the color from here. So one other thing that you could do is you can actually, so I've got 2 gates selected right here. And when I have multiple gates, I've done that by holding control, by the way. So if you're holding control, you can select multiple things. And then that actually allows me to use my scroll wheel. And you can see I'm changing between gates just by scrolling. I'm going to put a couple of those down. I'm going to hit escape. We've lost all those, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to select the colors that I want to use. Let's go with purple, and this gate here has got 2 different colors, so there we go. Maybe this one's going to be okay, perfect. Now if I select both those gates, they're going to apply. So it doesn't have to be from the menu. They could actually be anywhere on the track. So I could go in and I could actually increase the size of these too, and they will also apply. So there we go. Let's make a simple pattern, just 1 2. Beautiful. Once I'm happy enough with the setup, I can come over here to the check mark, select that. That applies it to the spline. I'm gonna hit escape to get out. I don't need these anymore, so let's get rid of those. And I also don't need the spline, so I'm gonna select one of the control points, hold control, and then you can do a quick double click. Sometimes it needs a few clicks. There we go. Select that will select all the control points, and then I can just hit delete. Nice. I might come in here and just make maybe a couple of quick adjustments. But I think overall it's pretty good. Maybe these ones at the end aren't great. Perfect. Let's get down a few podiums. I'm gonna rotate it before I put it down. I'm using A and D to rotate. Let's make sure to put down 6 podiums. That's the maximum you can have in a multiplayer lobby. Select all those. You can use this button right here to evenly space them, just between the first and the last one. And this can change the distribution if you want them a little bit further apart. I think 1 was good. All right, there we go. Once we're done that, we can hit spacebar. Start lining up our gates. This is a little bit messy here. Cool. You can even order the gates if you wanted to, just based on, it doesn't really matter, but you can. Specify the order of the podiums. Alright. There we go. And you know what, let's go in and quickly see if we can pull off a race line. So with a race line, you can literally just put down 1 point. I can put down multiple points. It doesn't matter. Just put down a race line, 1 point or more. Select on one of those points. Select snap to gates. Turn on the race line. So if it's just a spline, it'll always be on if it's there. Is race line is going to turn into a race line, so you'll only see the portion just ahead of you, and it'll default it to red. So that's pretty good. I might not even use this first point. Usually I like to do that, especially if there's multiple laps. But you know what? I don't even have to really edit that at all. Sometimes you might want to go in and kind of change the curve, but you can do that by just Control D. You can see down here there's an instruction there, clone Control D. And that would allow you to add another control point just to get in there if you really wanted to fine-tune the curve, as you can see. But this one's pretty straightforward. Maybe this gate needs a little... Well, there we go. Now if I just click on anything, just click off, I'll go to properties. I can specify how many laps. Let's go quick loop. Specify the difficulty, and we should be good to go. Let's make that one public so you guys can check that one out. Thanks very much, guys. And if you got any questions, let me know. Take care.